See how it goes. One time, one time, one time. Today's daily Psalm, Psalm 3, Psalm Gimel, Psalm 3. A morning prayer in distress, Mizmor, Le David, Be Varcho, Mipnei, Av Shalom Beno, Mizmor Le David, Be Varcho, Bevarcho, Le David Bevarcho, Mipnei Av Shalom. Or more correctly pointed, Mizmor Le David, Be Barcho, Mipnei Shalom Beno. Psalm of David when he fled from Absalom, his son. Mizmor Le David, Be Barcho, Mipnei Shalom Beno. Yahweh Marabo Adonai Marabo Arai Adonai Marabu Arai Rabim Amim Alai Rabim Omrim Le Nafshi Ein Yeshuata Lo Belohim Selah. Lord Adonai, how many are mine adversaries become? Many are they that rise against I, Adonai. Marabut Arai, Rabim, Amim, Alai. Many there are that say of my soul, there's no salvation for him in Elohim. Rabim Omrim Lanafshi Ein Yeshuata Lo Belohim Selah. Belohim Selah. Many there are that say of my soul, Rabim, many, Omrim, who say, Le Nafshi, of my soul, of she, Nafshi, Ain, no, Yeshuata, there's no salvation. There's no salvation. Her salvation is not lau for him. Be'elohim. In Elohim. Selah. In Elohim. Selah. Pause. So we have the first three verses of today's daily psalm, according to the royal order of the Ethiopian Hebrews, a morning prayer in distress. The psalm speaks for itself. It is a sublime expression of trust in Elohim, Elohim's help when beset by relentless enemies. There's a close connection with Psalm IV, the Dalet Psalm, Psalm 4. This is discernible. The latter, speaking of Psalm 4, is to be understood and should be understood as its sequel to today's daily psalm, a morning prayer in distress. From verses 3 and 6. From verses 3 and 6, or we have within the KJV, it'll be verses 3 and 5, it is deduced that we have here a morning prayer. Whereas in Psalm 4, verse 9 in the Sefer Tehillim in the Hebrew, or verses 4 and 8 in the KJV, suggests a night prayer. The first of the two psalms is accordingly a cry, a shout, Jah, a shout of the heart, called forth by a present danger. And the second is a song of relief, uttered when the peril seemed less imminent. The circumstance is specified in the superscription. In the superscription, some even would refer to this as the title, the Psalm of David, Mizmor le David, Bevarcho, when he fled, Bevarcho, when he fled, Mipnei, from the face, Mipnei, the face of Avshalom, from the face of Absalom, Beno, his son. Psalm of David, when he fled from Avshalom, Beno, from Avshalom, Beno, Mipnei Avshalom, Beno, Yahweh, Marabu Sarai, Rabbi Makamim Malai, Rabbi Momrim Lanafshi, Ein Yeshuata, Lo Elohim, Selah. Pause. 2 Samuel, chapters XV to chapter XVII, 2 Samuel chapter 15 to chapter 17 brings out when he fled from Avshalom, Bevarcho, Mipnei Avshalom Bino. When he fled from Absalom, his son, in the superscription. Now we have verses in KJV, it's numbered as verse 1 and 2. Yahweh, Ma Rabu Sarai. Yahweh, Adonai, how many are mine adversaries? Ma Rabu, how Rabu, many, Sarai, my enemies, Rabim, Kamim, Alai, many there are that rise up against I, Rabim, many, Kamim, that rise up, Alai, against I, Rabim, Omrim, Lidnafshi, many, Rabim, Omrim, many that say, Nafshi, of my soul, Nafshi, of she, my soul, Hain Yeshuatah. There is no her salvation, her saving. Yeshuatah. There's a hey at the end. So her salvation ain't no Yeshuatah. There's no salvation for. It's interesting, the Hebraic sense. No, she doesn't have. They said my soul that she doesn't have no salvation, and then right after we have lau for him. There's no salvation. Right? She, the soul, has no salvation. Lau for him. Be'elohim. Be-Elohim, together, Be-Elohim. In Elohim. Selah. Pause. The Selah, pause. His dangerous plight. How many are mine adversaries become? How many have they become? Marabu Sarai. A messenger brought David, the information. The hearts of the men of Yisrael are after Avshalom. in 2 Samuel XV 15 and 13. And it is clear from the narrative that the rebel son had a considerable following. Right? In that sense, you could almost say, on a certain level, son was like father on that level, that he had a considerable following, but he was in rebellion. All right, so how many are my adversaries become? The messenger brought David the information that we have recorded in 2 Samuel 15 and 13. The hearts of the men of Israel are after Avshalom. Avshalom, Abshalom. Verse 2. Rabim, many omrim that say lenafshi of my soul, Ein Yeshuata, Yeshuata halo be'Elohim, Selah. My soul, nafshi, 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 my soul, she. Frequently used in the Psalter. The soul. What and where is the soul? Soul is the seat of the affections, the desires, the emotions, active will, in the sense of self, the suke, the psyche. Many that say of my psyche, Ein Yeshuata lo Elohim, Selah, pause. There is no salvation for him in Elohim. His situation, the situation appeared so desperate that it was generally believed that nothing, nada, zilch, nothing could save him. In situations like these, he was even beyond the help of Elohim. Now, the Selah, the Selah, it occurs 71 times in the Hebrew, in the Sefer Tehillim, 71 times in the Hebrew Psalms. It's a term of direction to the musicians who accompanied the recital of the Tehillim, of the Psalms, in the Heikal, in the temple. Probably an indication that instrumental music was to be introduced at this point. Selah, pause. Verses 3 to 4. Elohim is his sure help. Elohim is his sure help. In the KJV, it'll be verses 3 to 4. In the Sefer Tehillim, we have verses 4 to 5. Elohim is his sure help. Always faithful. Always sure. Wa'ata Yahweh. Magin Ba'edi. Kobodi, Umerim Roshi. But the I, ma'am, Wa'ata Yahweh, Magain Ba'edi. Kobodi, Umerim Roshi. But the I, Wa'ata Yahweh, art a shield, about me, about I, Magain Ba'edi, Kobodi U'amerim Roshi, my glory, Kobodi, U'merim, and a lifter, merim, umerim, roshi, roshi, of my head, of my ras, rasi, roshi, a shield about me, magain ba'edi, magain ba'edi, magain ba'edi, a shield about me, a shield about I. As Elohim had assured Abraham in Bereshit XVI in Genesis 15:1, I am thy shield. Thus, like this, protected, Jah guidance and protection. Thus, protected, he is confident in the victory of good over evil. He's confident of escape from his peril. Confident in the victory of good over evil. Kavodi, kabodi, kavodi, some say kabodi. Since Elohim is the bestower of his regal dignity, no human being can deprive him and I of it. Kabodi, Umerim Roshi, the lifter of my head. Umerim Roshi. When David, when he fled, he had his head covered and went barefoot, according to 2 Samuel XV30, according to 2 Samuel 15:30. David fled. When he fled, quote, he had his head covered and went barefoot. He was bowed under his humiliation. But Elohim, but God, but the true good would enable him to uphold his head, his rosh, his ras, Rastafari, high, yes, to uphold his head again. Verse 4 in the KJV, corresponding to verse 5 in the Sefer Tehillim, Qoli el Yahweh ekra, wa ya eneni mehara Adisho Selah. With my voice, invoking, Qoli illa Yahweh ekra, Qoli illa Adonai ekra. With my voice I called to Adonai, and he answered I. Waya eneni meharak adisho selah. And he answered I out of his isla, mehar, from the mount, mehar adisho, from the mount, from his holy mount, Selah. Pause. I call, he answered. Ekra, waya eneni, ekra, waya eneni. I called Ekra, waya eneni, and he answered. Whenever I cry, whenever I call, Ekra, he responds, Wayaineni. The recollection of his saving power, the victory power in days past, it drives away the feeling, mixed up moods, the attitudes, the ups and downs, the follies, the underclouds, the feeling of despair. Why? Because he answered. He answers I and I. Wayaneni me har kadisho Selah Yerushalayim, Jerusalem. We have Psalm 2, round about verse 6. The fugitive had been compelled to leave the holy, the eyeless city, where the divine presence, perception, and face and grace was manifest. But his help would be extended to him wherever he chanced, or he just wherever he happened to be, wherever he chanced to be, God's help would extend to him there, even there. Next section after the Selah, pause. We have verses 5 to 6 in the KJV, corresponding to verses 6 to 7 in the Sefer Tehillim in the Hebrew Psalter. Verses 5 to 6. His feeling of confidence, his feeling of confidence in these verses 5 to 6 in the KJV. Ani shakavti, wa ishana, ani shakabti, wa ishana. I lay me down and I slept. Ani shakabti, wa ishana, ha-kitzoti, I awake, ha-kitzoti, I awake, Yahweh, for he who he be, Yismekeni, for he who he be, sustaineth me. He who he be, sustaineth I. Yes, I, Rastafari. His feeling of confidence in the victory of good over evil. So thus he says, Ani, shakabti, I slept. The knowledge that he had Elohim as a shield, Magen, made it possible for him to sleep at night when the danger of sudden attack was greatest. Why? He says, Ki Yahweh Yismekeni, for he who he be, Adonai, Rastafari, sustaineth I. His first thought on waking is his indebtedness to the mercy of Elohim, of he who he be, for coming safely through the night. It fortified, right? This thought fortifies him and I to face whatever the new day may bring. Verse 6, the next verse, he says, Lo ira, me arivavota am. I am not afraid of 10,000s of people. Lo ira, lo, not ira, I afraid. Lo ira, I am not afraid. Meya ribavot of 10,000s of people. Asher saviva, asher sabiba, shatu alai, that have set themselves against me round about. Shatu alai. They have set themselves against me. They who Asher Saviva Shatu alai. Asher Sabib Shatu alai. They have set themselves against I, round about. He says, I am not afraid of 10,000s of people. Not afraid. 10,000 of people. Even 10,000 of people that have set themselves against me doesn't make I afraid. He says, Lo ira, lo ira, lo ira, lo ira, me rivota am, lo ira me ribota am, asher sabi shatu alai. That set themselves, they're setting themselves up. See, he's conscious, is being conscious that he and I we has Elohim as I helper. He's conscious that he has Elohim as his helper, as we are conscious that we have Elohim, the true good, the true God, as I helper. The numerical strength of his enemies does not dismay him. Does not dismay I and we. He says, Lo ira, lo ira, lo ira, lo ira, me rivota am, lo ira, me rivota am, asher sabib, asher sabib, shatu alai. Next section to fulfill today's daily psalm. Today's daily psalm, according to the Royal Order of Ethiopian Hebrews, a morning prayer right here in distress. We have verses 7 to 8. Verses 7 to 8 in the KJV, corresponding with verses 8 to 9 in the Sefer Tehillim for today's daily psalm, the Gimel, the third psalm in the Psalter, in the cipher of the Tehillim, Psalm 3. And at this point in the psalm, KJV-wise, verses 7 to 8, we have a prayer, tefillah, a prayer for deliverance, a prayer for deliverance. Kuma Yahuwah, Kuma Yahuwah, arise, O he who be, we be. Kuma Adonai, Kuma Adonai, Kuma Yahuwah, Hoshe'ayni Elohai, arise. Oh, Jehovah, save I, Hoshe'ayni, Hoshe'ayni, Elohai, Hailai. Kia, kita, ki, hikita, et kola, oibai, lachi. For thou, the eye, has smitten and smitten all mine enemies upon the cheek. Kia hikita et kol oivai lachi. Shinei rishaim. Shibarta, thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. The Shinei. It says Shinei Rishaim. Shinei, the teeth of the ratchet. The Shinei Rishaim. Shibarta, thou hast broken. Shibarta, thou hast broken the teeth of the ratchet. Arise, yes, I, Kuma Yahuwah, Kuma Yahuwah, Hoshaini Elohai, Hoshaini Elohai. This is a recollection of Yisrael's watchword. What is Yisrael's watchword? Kuma Yahuwah, Kuma Yahuwah. Arise, Adonai, arise. Israel's watchword. When confronted with danger, we have this in Numbers chapter 10, verse 35. Also, we have within Psalm 68. Psalm 68, round about verse 2 in the Sefer Tehillim, verse 1 in the KJV. Psalm 68. We also have this watchword. Kuma Yahuwah, arise. O Lord, arise. Adonai, rise. He who be, arise. O Jehovah, Kuma Yahuwah, Hoshaini Elohai, Hailai. For thou hast smitten Ki hikita. Thou hast smitten either. It's the memory of what Elohai, Hailai had done on his behalf, on I and I behalf in the past, is an assurance that it will happen again. It will happen again. Or what we have here is the Hebrew idiom known as the prophetic perfect. What is the prophetic perfect? The prophetic perfect in the Hebraics, right, in the Hebraics of it all, in the Hebrew, the biblical Hebrew, is whereby an event still to take place, is described as having actually happened. This is the Hebrew prophetic perfect, where an event that is still to happen, still to take place, is described as having actually happened. Now, if the latter idea, the sense is, I am certain. He's saying, I am certain that a time and hour will come when thou will have smitten and hitten and smitten. Ki hikita et kol oivai lachi. Ki hikita et kol oivai lachi. Smitten and hitting all my oivai, my enemies. Etakol oivai lachi, hitting all my enemies, smitten all my enemies upon the cheek. Shine rishaim shibarta, broken. Broken what? The Shinei Risha'im, broken the teeth of the ratchet, of the wicked. Deprive them of their power. That is to say, breaking their teeth, depriving them of their power to harm. We have in Psalm LVII and 7 the same idea in Psalm 58, round about verse 7. Last verse of today's daily psalm, according to royal order of the Ethiopian Hebrews, after the order of Melchizedek, the righteous king. Weep not, behold, the Kedemawi, Haile Selassie. Yes, I. Lion of the tribe of Judah, root of David. So we have last verse. KJV will be verse 8. Those looking along with the Hebrew and the Sefer Tehillim be verse 9, but the last verse of today's daily psalm, Psalm 3, Psalm Gimel. La Yahuwah, Hay Yeshua, La Yahuwah, Hay Yeshua, Salvation belongeth to he who be who he be. La Yahweh, Hay Yeshua. Salvation belongeth to Yahweh. Allah Amika, Allah Mika, Bira Kateka, Selah. Salvation belongeth to Jehovah, Yahweh, La Yahweh, Hay Yeshua, Allah Amika, Bira Kateka, Selah. Allah Amecha, Allah Amecha, Vira Chateka, Selah, 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 pause. Salvation belongeth to the Yahweh, he who he be, Yod Hey Weh Hey. Salvation, the saving. Salvation, the victory. Victory belongeth to the Yahweh, La Yahweh, La Yahweh, Hay Yeshua, Allah Ameka, Al Ameka, upon the I, male people, O Adoni I, Allah Ameka, Allah Amecha, Allah Ameka, upon the I people, Birrakateka, Virchateka, some will say Birrakateka, thy I blessing, the I male blessing, Birrakateka, Selah, Selah, pause. Salvation belongeth to the Yahweh, Yahweh. With him alone rests the issue of the crisis through which he and I and we are passing. Granted his redemptive might of the King of Kings Christ, he would triumph, I will triumph, I is triumphing over foes and enemies and adversaries. Thy blessing be upon thy people. Allah Ameka Birkateka. Thy blessing be upon the I people. Some say it's a pathetic ending to the psalm. There's a pathos here. All right, what is the pathology here? Rastaman say, he who feels it knows it right here. Although his subjects unmindful of their allegiance, they had sided with the usurper. He has no bitter feelings. Dawid had no bitter feelings toward them, even though many of his subjects had sided with the usurper. There's days like these, ain't it? Right? Had sided with the usurper, but Dawid had no bitter feelings toward them. What is the proof that he had no bitter feelings? Right here. He invokes God's blessing upon them, upon God's people, even though there were many of God's people who were his subjects that had sided with his rebellious son, even though they were unmindful of their allegiance and siding with the usurper, even his very son, he had no bitter feelings towards them, and instead he invoca, word, sound, power, a baraka,